Hello everyone, it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet. Today is Friday and it's Let's Knit a Hat Day. I started with my yarn from, I caked it up yesterday. Roy had to help me, not much, just a teeny. And we got it on the Swift and on the whatever, and today I put it, you'll see, there's steps. Anyway, I put it on the Addy knitting machine, and I'm not showing you the finished product till the end, but it is made. And so if you want to watch, we'll see how well I can edit this. And maybe you can watch me make a knitted hat on the Addy. This is not a tutorial by any way, shape, or form. I'm not the Addy, the Centro. I'm not a very good, not proficient, extremely proficient with this, but we got a hat out of it. I forgot I'm not showing you till the end. You want a sneak peek? Okay. All right. So this is how it turned out. And this is using that yarn that I got when I got the bobbins, the cotton. I can't remember what Sea Spray. Hold on, let me grab it. Here we go. Yeah, it is the Sea Spray Cotton Supreme. I had 2 hanks of it. This is hank number 2. It is a Universal Yarn Ink Cotton Supreme DK Sea Spray. 230 yards, 210 meters, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. The color Brindle. And I might have said this earlier when I was caking it up. So if it's a repeat on the stats, sorry. I don't remember if I said that earlier. But I had 2 hanks, and now I have 1 and this much left after making a hat. So if you want to see the process, we'll see how we do with the editing of that. All right, enjoy the video. There is some talking, some chatter, and then just some watching. Okay, see ya, bye. Okay, so we always start with, well, I do anyway, excuse me, with this whole weaving thing. It's been a minute since I've done this, so you want to make sure that you go, wait, let's see, this has to go in here. It's the end, and then this is going to come through here. Let's back up a little. Alrighty. In one and around and in. Oops. So you have to kind of start it with weaving off your waste yarn. And we will do this weaving thing for a few rows, so that we get a nice edge. It's just weave it around one side or one peg, and then in front of the other until we get back to our starting peg. And now I'm going to put it all in the guide. Sure I am. All goes in the guide there, and in the guide here. And we'll reset that. It doesn't work real well, but I'm just going to turn it around. Ooh. And around for a couple of rows. Maybe 10 before we put the actual good yarn on here. Okay, I'll see you then. Now I'm getting to the point where we're going to put the good yarn in. I think I'm going to start from the outside of this. I got my yarn which I've never done before. Let me cut this off. Hold on. Okay, so I have the yarn sitting on this little spindly thing here. I've never used this for this before, so I hope it works out okay. And here's my starting point right here. So I'm going to take some of this and throw it in the middle and just stick it, what I do, and I don't know if this is how it's supposed to be done, but this is what I've done in the past with this. I stick it on and let it grab both yarns for a couple of stitches. And now this white peg is my first stitch. So I'm going to start my row counter over. I also use on my finger a row counter because this doesn't always work so well. So I'm going to take the white yarn out and just have the tan yarn go through here, but I'm going to give it a stitch or two still more with the white yarn in here. So I'm just going to actually probably just hold them and hand crank for a couple of stitches. Then I'm going to remove the white yarn and just leave my good yarn. I'm just going to throw this in the center. We'll see how that goes. Uh-oh, it missed right here. I already screwed it up. All right, we'll just stick that one in there. Okay, all right, all fixed. And let's see how this thing looks. It should spin. I mean, this is the idea, is that it's going to spin off of this spindle. It's not working. You can't see the spindle, but it is not spinning off of the spindle. Oh, there it goes. It's a little tight for the whole spinning off the spindle thing. I think I'm going to have to pull it. And I did get around one round, so I have to hit my little button. And I'm going to do, normally for hats, I've been told 100, 100 rounds. But I think they tend to be a little bit too slouchy for Roy, so I'm going to go with less. I'm going to go maybe 80 rounds. And I hate to take it off, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go 80 rounds. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to see how it fits them. It makes me nervous to do that, I'll have to decide. Do I want to go 80 rounds and take it off, or go 100 rounds and pull it back? Because I could do that as well. I think he has like a rounder head versus taller head. Yeah, I think I'm just going to pull this on this. So we're going to see how it goes. And, yep, I'm thinking I'm not liking this spinning on this thing. It's not going the way I like. Maybe I have it upside down. Let's try that. Okay, not your problem. Maybe that is my problem though. Let's see how it goes now. Yeah, see, it doesn't want to. I'm having a problem with the spinny thing here. If I hand spin it, it works. Okay, well, I'm going to continue to whip this sucker up, and I'm going to try 80 rounds. And let's see how that works. I'll be back. Well, as it turned out, the spindle thing didn't work out so well, and I ended up putting the yarn in one of my yarn bowls. But now I am at I've completed 80 rows, actually 81, I think, if I counted them all correctly. So now I'm going to put the scrap yarn back in. So just like I did the others, I'm a few stitches before my white pin on the addy, or on the central. And I'm just going to throw some white yarn in here. Oops. and make sure that I get all the stitches. So I'm going to do the first few by hand to make sure I catch it all and I can monitor it better. And now that I'm back through the white pin, I'm going to take this yarn off. And I'm just going to set it in here inside my little bowl. I have a bowl under to hold everything. I'm just going to do, oh, see, shiest. This did not work. Going back is not an option. We'll fix it. Well, I saved it. I took the white off. I took it off very gently off of the knitting machine where I had missed some stitches at the very end when I was putting back on the bad yarn, the waste yarn. But I was able to run this big huge needle through the stitches, and I saved that end of the hat. So now I'm just going to seal up this end. And then I'll take off the waste yarn here and we'll have a little beanie. So I'm going to put this through the center when it's all said and done. I'll be back in a minute. I have to get the white off and finish this end, and then he'll just tuck the hat up. I'll show you. So a lot of times when I take it off, I crochet this and do just a single crochet or slip stitch. I didn't have a lot of tail left, and I'm going to gather it up anyway, so I just used the yarn needle that came with the Centro and like whip stitched it together. But I'm not going to gather it up until I take the waste yarn off. And let's see if I can figure out how to do that real quick, because when you want it to unravel, you know it's not going to. This is not the unravel one. I think I need to go the other stitch. I'll figure it out in a minute, because that's pulling it tight. I think I need to unravel from here. I can never remember, but I'll figure it out and I'll show you when it's done. This is the stitch I need to unravel. Alright, so I did figure it out. This yarn has a very thin little halo on it, and there was some fiber stuck together and not allowing it to just unravel like it should when you take the yarn out of the middle of the stitches on something knitted. So anyway, I'm just winding it up as I take it off, and I'll gather it up. Oh, back to another issue. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, got it together again. There was a little knot in the halo. So I'm just going to gather this up and turn it inside out and finish my little hat. Be right back. So what do you think? Finished. I hope it fits him. He's got a bigger head than I do. It might be my hat. I'll let you know how it works. I'll take a picture of him in it if it does indeed fit him. See you in the, well, you'll see the picture. Then I'll see you in the next video. Bye.